This paper provides a systematic review of research on sexual compliance in heterosexual relationships. Three perspectives shed light on which individuals are most likely to comply with the sexually interested partner's desire for sex and why. The study of empty consent includes communication, honesty, and respect, and it makes the sexual relationships better. One factor behind empty consent is that most of us are not raised to talk about sex. Asking for and obtaining consent shows respect for yourself and your partner. It eliminates the entitlement that one partner might feel over the other. Women are women are socialized to think in terms of what is good for the relationship, and we are not socialized to put our own needs front and center. And finally, the researchers conjectured that women might be more likely to have unwanted sex due to lower sexual interest. Sexual desire is often viewed as a sign of love. Consequently, lack of sexual interest may be interpreted as a sign of waning love or dwindling interest in the relationship.
A verbal and affirmative expression of consent can help both of you and your partner to understand and respect each other's boundaries. Consent cannot be given by individuals who are underage, intoxicated, or incapacitated by drugs or alcohol, or asleep or unconscious. One factor behind empty consent is that most of us are not raised to talk about sex. Talking about what you want and don't want is like walking on minefield, hoping you don't step in the wrong spot. Is incredibly vulnerable. Communication, honesty, and respect make sexual relationships better. Asking for and obtaining consent show respect for yourself and your partner. It eliminates the entitlement that one partner might feel over the other. During the initial phase of relationship, sex may constitute a symbolic to create a sense of couple identity. Feelings of passionate love and sexual attraction are often at their peak, and couples typically experience strong desires for physical contact and closeness. Recent research has focused on attachment in adulthood and in particular on how adults with different attachment styles think about and act in their intimate relationships. The purpose of making the presentation is this research has advanced our understanding of women's responses to unwanted sexual initiatives from a male dating partner, highlighting situations in which women comply with a partner's wishes rather than turn down his request. As such, our results support a growing body of research showing that women and men engage in sexual activity for and to discuss that sometimes a woman chooses to be sexually intimate with her partner because she feels genuine desire and passion. At other times, she may do so to promote intimacy in the relationship. Sexual consent is an agreement to participate in sexual activity. Before being sexual with someone, you need to know if they want to be sexual with you too. It's also important to be honest with your partner about what you want and don't want. Consenting and asking for consent are all about setting your personal boundaries and respecting those of your partner, and checking if sexual consent is an agreement to participate in a sexual activity before being sexual with someone. You need to know if they want to be sexual with you too. It's also important to be honest with your partner about what you want and you don't want. Consenting and asking for consent are all about setting your personal boundaries and respecting those of your partner, and checking in if things are not clear. Both people must agree to sex every single time for it to be consensual. Without consent, sexual activity including oral sex, genital touching, and vaginal or anal penetration is sexual assault or rape. You get the final say over what happens with your body It doesn't matter if you've hooked up before or even if you said yes earlier and then change your mind. You're allowed to say stop at any time, and your partner needs to respect that. Consent is never implied by things like your past behavior, what you wear, or where you go. Sexual consent is always clearly communicated. There should be no question or mystery. Silence is not consent, and it's not just important the first time you're with someone.
What are the salient points? How did you get this detail? By giving example to reader what it means to consent, or impart knowledge to the reader by reading people's experiences from online articles, and by using book based on our paper. What limitation did you experience in the study and how did you address them? Our research was limited because the articles were also limited and could not find any good articles and other stories about our paper, so we did it in helpful and thoughtful way for our paper.
Our research was limited because the articles were also limited and we could not find any good articles and other stories about our paper. So we did it in a helpful and thoughtful way for our paper. Using our knowledge, we have helped to maximize our paper on the meaning of consent and how to use it properly.